So mainly Mozart. I wanted to talk about that a little bit. I had the fortune of performing with Martin Chalifort and
Mm.
Bang Huang and Clive Greensmith uh, 2 years ago in October, out in a parking lot. It was like the craziest. It was like the craziest like experience I'd ever done. Getting honked at. You
Yeah,
know?
yes. Oh, the honking, the
Oh
honking.
yeah.
Honking, my God, it's
Yes.
crazy, right? I wanted. Can you talk a little bit more about your upcoming summer residency with the Mainly Mozart Festival, and how is it unique, and like what is that experience like working with them?
Well, I mean, I still pinch myself about that gig, how I got it, because it is the all-star team. So the of the 12 violins, 12 are concertmasters. It's just extraordinary. And these are from big orchestras, and Martin Chalifort. We have David Kim from the Philadelphia. I mean, it's just that the list goes on and on. I dare not to go any further in case I leave somebody out. That would be
No,
a heinous crime. So I'll stop it there.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's just extraordinary. And I thought a lot about, why do they come there? Certainly not for the money. It's because I think for them just to perform with everybody's at the same level, and for them just to come here and just play pure music. Anytime you're in a big orchestra, there's always complications, personnel, politics, all sorts of things. And here it's just going back to that period of music when everyone was playing the same things, that Mozart, Haydn, that little funnel neck that we went through, and just the sheer joy of playing next to somebody who's at your level, and just making music for the fun of it, and socially it's wonderful. And the Mainly Mozart Festival was incredibly brave during COVID. It was, as you obviously took part in one of them, the first American concerts.
Still
Um,
pinching myself, man. I was like, what am
yeah,
I doing here?
no, that
Sheesh.
is great. It's great being honked at. Yes, I
Yeah.
remember. I finished the Jupiter Symphony. Actually, we're doing that again this summer. I finished the Jupiter
Word.
Symphony, this beautiful C major, this epic chord after, of course, the great celestial fugue at the end of it, and you're there melting into the skyline. You hear coming
Yeah.
in C sharp, and you think this is surreal to say the least. But you know what? We still found a way to make music, and those
Hmm.
people got such incredible value out of it. They were so grateful, and they haven't changed to that gratitude for understanding what they lost as a result of it. So this summer, as I mentioned, we've been going through a cycle through Mozart's life, and now we've come to year 6, which is the last few years of his life. So this is the Mozart Clarinet Concerto, the Jupiter Symphony, his last piano concerto, the Requiem, and we're putting out things with Haydn's Symphony 104. Mendelssohn Violin Concerto was very late as well for him. So it's really looking at the last pieces. Ironically, these Mendelssohn and Mozart were in their mid-30s when they died, but we still think of it as late Mozart. So it's really a chance to reflect on what he achieved by the end of his life. And so it's a more profound time to do it. And I'm really, really excited to hear them. And having just done the Requiem last night, we're doing the Robert Levin version, which is a slightly refined version of the Susmayer. It's a more transparent, more Mozartian one. That's going to be a real pleasure. And we're still outside, but in a very good space. But they won't be honking, which is good.
Yeah.
They might be tipping their wine glasses, but they won't be honking.
Hey, I mean, and you can't drink and drive, so
There
I
we
think
go.
this is a better
There we go.
situation.
Yeah, yeah. But it's really, I mean, to watch these musicians play together. I mean, I've said it before, but it's akin to driving, I mean, the greatest Aston Martin or fighter jet, because what's so remarkable is not just that they can move where I go, it's that they can know where I'm going before I know where I'm going. They're so fast mentally. And you think, well, what separates the very best musicians from the majority of musicians? And I think it's just that their technical ability is already so refined that they're not thinking about it, they're thinking about other things all the time with you, with the group. And their kinetic speed of thought is so fast. It's like David Beckham on the football pitch. If
Yeah.
you hear David speaker, he's certainly become more articulate. You watch him on the football pitch, he's like Rembrandt in his right foot. He can see things way faster than anybody else. Maradona was the same. And these musicians are like that, and it's so inspiring. And the volume that these, I mean, there's 12 violins, 6 verse 6 seconds. They sound louder than the symphony orchestra. It's unbelievable. So I encourage everybody to come if you haven't heard the Mainly Mozart Festival. and not proselytizing for the sake of marketing, but you just got to hear how good this group is. You'll never hear anything like it. It's unbelievable.
What is it like to play amongst all of your peers with like an institution organization like Mainly Mozart Festival, where it's a lot of concert masters? That's a pretty rare occasion to get around and make music amongst your peers. What is your experience like with the Mainly Mozart Festival?
Well, I find that I've been twice now, and I find the atmosphere among all the colleagues there is so warm and not competitive, and not there's no comparison or anything like that. So I wish it always felt like that, actually. It's just so much fun, and it's a reunion every time. I see people that are in orchestras all over the country that are friends, new friends that I made at Mainly Mozart, friends from back at Juilliard days, decades ago. But doing anything in front of your colleagues, that's the most pressure filled. And so when I met Mainly Mozart, and even though there are like 12 concertmasters sitting right near me, you know, we're gonna go get a drink after the concert and hang out, and it's just so much fun. And it's like that with my colleagues too. But I don't know. There's something about, you know, when somebody says, and I'm sure everybody feels it on some level, one or another, when you're playing anything in front of the Philadelphia Orchestra, that's when it's frightening. You just feel the history that goes back over 100 years, and all the soloists, and just like last week, Gil Shaham played with us, and then next week it's going to be Augustine Hadley. It just goes on, and so it's really hard not to feel like everybody's comparing. But I think everybody just wants you to represent the orchestra well, and so wishes only the best for you. But Mainly Mozart, I mean, who doesn't want to come to Southern California any time of the year and be with great friends? And it's just a fantastic, fantastic festival.